If you were to ask me who I think the most hated character in the Music Freaks is, I would honestly answer Luke. I see Luke slandered a lot for being a cardboard character with no development, and whose entire purpose in the show is only to be Xander's boyfriend. I am here to make a counter-argument and say that Luke is not a cardboard character, and actually has a lot of potential character development that just hasn't been fleshed out because he doesn't have enough screen time by himself. But in order to make a counter-argument, I must first present the argument that I'm arguing against. So without further ado, I'm going to read some Luke slander from Rosie Closey's Discord server, so slight trigger warning for Luke slander. To be honest, in my opinion, Rosie just used Luke to hype up the fandom for Lander. It's not a bad thing, but other than that, we know nothing else about Luke. Maria had like 2 minutes of screen time, and I prefer her over dry cereal. Also, I have another hot take. Luke is cardboard character. Everything we know about Luke is either connected with Xander, Haley, and drums, and passion to music. Even Daisy is more interesting and fleshed out character, which is funny considering the fact Daisy is stereotypical Miss Perfect, but she still has more depth than one occurring characters, which is Luke. I hope spin-off kind of fleshed him out. That was the amazing thing, and you're right. Luke is a cardboard box without a personality, and his only purpose in the show is for someone who doesn't deserve Xander to be Xander's boyfriend. His looks aren't even that good. I don't understand why he has so many simps. He's a drummer version of Ed Sheeran with a scarf. He literally just ran away from a girl confessing to him without reason, which I'm pretty sure is what happened because he's pretty close behind Xander. And that scene, I know, right? You'll be dealing with me after. What are you gonna do, throw a drumstick at him? He didn't even do anything when Jake was kicked out of the club, which would have emotionally impacted Xander. I will quickly address the scene with Stacy, where Xander walks in on the two of them kissing. I've seen slander for both of them regarding the scene. Stacy for kissing Luke without permission, and Luke for running off before she could finish confessing to him. Honestly, this scene is just poorly written. The only reason they kissed is so that Xander could walk in on them kissing and be like, oh no! You know, it wouldn't have had the same effect if he walked in on them talking as it did if he just walked in on them kissing. It creates a climax for the confession that'll eventually happen at the end of the episode, and that's the entire purpose of this scene. I really don't think we should take it too seriously. It's just there for the climax. It's not really meant to show anything about any of the characters. Now that that part has been dealt with, let me get into my main argument. The claims that Luke is a cardboard character and that his only purpose in the show is to be Xander's boyfriend are honestly extremely valid, and actually part of my argument, because I am here to ask you this question. What if Luke thinks his entire purpose is to be Xander's boyfriend? Like a lot of other people, I am continually asking the question, where are Luke's parents? We don't know anything about his parents, or really anything about him at all. He's practically part of Xander's family, and he's known Xander for so long, and his family for so long, that he might as well be. Even before they started dating, it seemed that Luke was completely dependent on Xander for his identity and his self-worth, and especially after they started dating, this would be the case. Losing your identity in a relationship is actually not uncommon. According to this article in Psych Central, some people may lose their sense of individuality in a relationship easily if they have a tendency to attach too quickly to that person, or have a tendency to seek their sense of worth from external world. For a really long time, Luke has used Xander as his source of self-worth. Through Xander, he has the ability to feel like he's part of a family, which I'm guessing is something that he just doesn't get to feel at home, or he wouldn't be looking for it in other places. And loving Xander and being there for Xander and taking care of Xander and all these other things that he does for Xander, he feels that he is doing something good for the world and giving himself an actual worth. He's so dependent on Xander that he probably feels like he would be nothing without him, and this would obviously lead him to have a fear of losing him, which is why he threatened Jake in one of the earlier episodes. When Jake gets kicked out of the club, Luke isn't exactly hostile towards Jake, but it's obvious that he does not want to hear Jake's side of things. His priorities are protecting Xander, and he doesn't really care what Jake has to say. Perhaps Luke has no character development because he has placed his entire identity in Xander. He feels like that is who he is. He is Xander's boyfriend. That is who he wants to be because he finds value and self-worth in that. And he feels like without him, he wouldn't have anything going for him. The same reasons that leave Luke feeling undeveloped are the same reasons that I feel he has the potential to be a very developed character. In order for Luke to have character development and become his own person, he has to recognize what he's doing and that he's losing his identity in his relationship with Xander. He also needs to realize that he is a valuable and worthy person even without Xander, and that he does actually have a lot to offer to the world independent of him. He may not know what these things are yet. He's been friends with Xander for so long that he probably has no idea who he actually is without him. And he needs to go on a journey of self-discovery in order to understand himself better. Episode 11 comes out tomorrow, so I'm not sure what'll happen then. But I'm really hoping to see some Luke development because, like I said, I feel like he has a lot of potential. He just needs to come to this realization that he is actually worth something even without Xander, and that he has value and that he has things to give to the world other than just being Xander's boyfriend. I know what you're asking. Fern, I thought you said you were going to prove that Luke isn't cardboard. You just explained why he's cardboard. That doesn't really help you. Ah, yes, you're right. To be honest, his character is really plain. But what I'm saying is, it's plain for a reason. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I feel like he has a lot of potential if he had more screen time without Xander. But he doesn't currently. But hey, we have hope in episode 11, so hopefully he will get some character development there, because I feel like his character actually does have a lot of potential. So there you go. This is my video essay defending Luke. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button for more content from me. I really appreciate your viewership. Have an amazing day, and I hope you enjoy episode 11.